Moin moin to all my kittens, puppies, and other magical creatures. I'm out of northern Germany, so I'm currently placed in northern Germany. Sounds obvious, but okay. Yeah, that's me. And I would want to start the video with it's North Germany here, but it's not. It's not North Germany. It's just snowing. It's the 5th of January and finally it's snowing. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. White Christmas and all this stuff. But why I'm actually sitting here and making this video? Well, there is a reason. Yeah, there is always a reason, right? Right. And one of my reasons is behind me, my altar. For people who don't speak German, and I suppose there are people who don't speak German because I speak English, yeah. It's written Russland wird frei sein, and as you can understand, I'm Russian, and this is how I found myself here, northern Germany. And as you can guess, I had a rough year, and the year before, and the year before too. But I'm still alive, and I am trying to celebrate it together with you, with people who are also still alive. And here I want to make some videos for supporting people who are probably in not the best place right now, who are not at their best, who are not the happiest right now. And I want to be that light in the darkness. Now it reminded me of one of the movies, maybe I'll find the picture, from my university years when I was the light too. That was very funny, but it's not about that, whatever. And today I want to talk about how we failed this year, and are we actually failures? Or maybe I want to prove the opposite to you and to myself, because yeah, sometimes depression is still here, and we are not doing great politically, and yeah, I think we need each other to believe that sometime in the future it will get better. Maybe not globally, but we'll work on it. So let's discuss it. Life is a very tough game, and maybe you don't feel secure, maybe you don't feel safe, maybe you feel like your life is in ashes. I know how it feels. My life, well, now it's not really in ashes. I was working on it, but maybe you feel that it was the worst year of your life. But still, I think that there will be reasons why you and me can praise ourselves. And the first reason is that we are alive. Because it's actually a challenge to stay alive sometimes. I have some Matt Haig on the background, my favorite author. He has a very nice book called Reasons to Stay Alive. Highly recommend it. And also I will quote Ekaterina Shulman. She is a Russian politologist. She's very cool, very nice. very smart, and she's my perfect candidate for Russian president. But I'm not talking politics on this channel. I write politics, and my politics is on Medium platform currently. It's in the description. So yeah, Ekaterina Schulman says that, let's say, if you kept the same number of your limbs by the end of the year as the number that you had started this year with, so it's already a great success, because yeah, people are in the war and dying for nothing these days. So yeah, it's already a success. So you can breathe, and you actually can do certain activities. So you didn't spend the whole year crying, dying, staring into the ceiling and praying for, I don't know what, for the end of all this amazing year. But yeah, it's already a lot, I must say. And our achievements, if you feel like you don't have any other achievements, it's already a great achievement, and we can stop here. We can really stop here and we can say, yay! But if you want some other reasons why you are the brightest puppy, the brightest kitten, the brightest magical creature in this world for today, and that you deserve 5 stars, like in the primary school. Why we stop doing it in the primary school? I think we should continue doing it. We should continue praising ourselves and draw 5 stars. I think it's a good idea. And I suppose and I hope that in this year you had more than one day when you actually enjoyed. Maybe not like happy, incredibly happy enjoyment when you're like shining with this happy feeling, but at least some times when you felt like, okay, well, it's nice, it's not bad, maybe it's worth living, this life is worth living. And you might say that no, there were absolutely no times when I experienced this this light in my body and this positive feeling when I actually wanted to continue living. But I think you probably don't remember all the situations when you were bursting with happiness. Possibly. For that, I'm very bad at that too, but my psychologist recommended me to write down the happy moments that you have during the day, and in a month you can look through the notes and you can actually realize that there were many happy moments, although your brain doesn't notice them. Your brain doesn't take a notice because your brain is trained to spot and pick these negative emotions, and they are of course stronger than positive emotions. So yeah, I think it's worth taking a look at it, because happiness is a journey, and sometimes it doesn't have to be something that is very, very significant, but it can also be something. For example, like dropping by bookshop and staring at the books, and it makes me really happy. Yes, so the next point that we can also talk about self-care. If you, despite all the troubles that were awaiting in this year, you managed still to overpower yourself and go brush your teeth, take a shower when it seemed absolutely impossible, unbearable to go and take a shower. Sometimes you took yourself for walks, as we say, I go for a stupid walk for my stupid mental health. I take the dog. The dog belongs to my friend. His name is Timmy. He's the best dog in this world. Every dog is the best dog in this world. And so it's also self-care. Or maybe putting aside your phone for a second. Or maybe deciding on the content that you consume, because sometimes we tend to overconsume toxic content. For instance, I really love political shows by the Russian opposition. They say the same things every time, basically, but I really love them. It triggers something in me. I watch them again and again and again. There are shows that are on every day by my favorite opposition leaders, and it doesn't contribute to my mental health in the way as I would want it to contribute. So yeah, it's also self-care to put them aside. By the way, if my hands irritate you, it happens. It happens. So far, I am not ready to resist. I really like it. I really like moving my hands. Maybe it's because I really dreamt of dancing when I was a child and never had a chance. But whatever. One more reason why we can all be proud is that possibly you learned something in this year. And I'm not talking about learning 1,000 languages and IT and different things that are really advertised on Russian YouTube, like courses, become an IT specialist in 1 month, graphic designer, etc., etc. I'm talking about something small. I think my cooking skills improved this year. I'm really proud of that because before I left Russia, I struggled a lot with cooking. Maybe you learned how to make very tasty tea. Appreciate that. It's really cool because good tea is life-saving. As a shower. Shower is the key, as my friend Sinai says. So we are not stooping into toxic positivity, but something that you really learned, even if you learned the language and your skills are not perfect, like my German, far from perfect, still you made an effort and it already counts. I can tell you, I'm an English teacher, I have a diploma, I can show it to you, but I won't. And what else? And social anxiety. I am sure that many of us suffer from social anxiety. I do suffer from social anxiety. I'm not a social animal, not at all. Especially I am stressed when I have to play games together. There's board games. I hate board games. There are also people who hate board games. Team no board games, because they are actually toxic. Because they're supposed to bring people together, but wars start, literally, because of these board games. But if you still tried, if you still attempted to communicate with other people, at least a bit, if you said hi to your neighbors, because yeah, I said hi to neighbors, but in Germany, not to my neighbors. In Germany it's easier because people are nicer. In Russia, I remember myself, I was running away from my neighbors. I lived in this Khrushchevka and this huge building, and when I heard someone entering the house, I was hiding on the staircase. Yeah, that's me. I don't do that anymore, fortunately. I say hi to bus drivers, I say hi to neighbors, and I try to be more social. It doesn't always work, but if you try, it's already a great achievement, because some people don't understand how difficult it might be to actually interact with people, especially with people who you don't know. And yeah, I think in this year there were actually many things for which you can say thank you to yourself, because yeah, sometimes the world situation is beyond our control, and what is in our control is something around us, something simple, something that we can change in a second. And every time when you do this small step, and yeah, it might seem a small step for other people, but it's a huge leap for you, my dear friend, like leaving the situation that no longer serves you, or leaving people behind, your family, for example, because to say goodbye to your family is extremely difficult, especially because you're really judged, because there are standards and you don't meet the standards and you don't communicate with your family, and of course you get the negative feedback, although it's extremely painful when you lose your family. But yeah, you have to choose between what is more painful, to have your family or saying goodbye. And also with your home country and other stuff. Yeah, that was a tough year. And yeah, I just encourage you to say, well done, well done. I'll get such a reward for that. That's a meme from a Russian YouTube show which is called Inside Lepenko. I can maybe show you a part of it.
Мне за эту разработку такую премию дадут. О, я уверена, мы с тобой поедем в отпуск куда-нибудь далеко.
But maybe it's funny only for Russian speakers, but yeah, whatever. I always say like this to myself, you get such a reward for that. And I hope that in the new year we'll praise ourselves more, although it's not going to be easier because yeah, we'll read the news, we all know what is going on in the world, and yeah, unfortunately there are not that many things that we can change, but we can put less pressure on ourselves, and we can be gentle with ourselves, and we can appreciate ourselves more, and we can get acquainted with ourselves, learn more about ourselves. And this is something that is very important to do for the next year, and to teach yourself to praise yourself for small things. Like if you had a good cry, for example, it's also a thing to praise yourself for, especially in our male toxic masculinity society. Although I would want to cry more in the next year. I think this year I cried less. It's quite an achievement. Thank you to my psychiatrist. Yeah, and that's it. I hope you feel a bit more positive, or maybe not. It's also okay. You also have a right to feel like it's just shit. Yeah, I'm saying hi from my grey northern Germany. Yeah, by the way, if you're interested why I'm out of northern Germany, I'm a great fan of Anne of Green Gables. So hi to all my girlies who like Anne of Green Gables, the series, Gilbert Blythe. What is that? Gilbert Blythe. And yeah, I hope you are going to have an amazing rest of the day. Love, peace. I love Northern Germany.